Hi everyone, my name's Scott, this is Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof. I've just been here for the best part of a week in Germany and it's time to go home. One slight problem, it's all to do with this stuff. I was originally looking at the costs of flying directly from Frankfurt back to Scotland. There was a fare, Frankfurt to Edinburgh on Lufthansa, £373 one way, and I thought that's a bit steep. Then I thought, let's see what Lufthansa do Frankfurt to Glasgow. At the time, 2 weeks ago, £579. That was a budget breaker, it wasn't going to happen. So, option number 3 is to do it the hard way. And believe me, this is going to be the hard way. I'm going to be catching the S-Bahn to Frankfurt Airport at 2:50 tomorrow morning. That's right, 2:50 tomorrow morning. I'm going to be catching a bus from Frankfurt Airport to Hahn. That's Frankfurt Hahn. Even though it's about 78 miles away from Frankfurt, it's still Frankfurt Hahn Airport. From there I'm flying with Ryanair to Dublin, and then from Dublin to Glasgow, again with Ryanair. However, the layover times, the connection times are quite generous, you'll see what I mean. For example, it's just gone 25 minutes past 6. In approximately 27.5 hours, I should be home. That's how long it's going to take me, and I want you to come along with me for moral support. Right, let's get going.
S9 nach Wiesbaden Hauptbahnhof. Nächster Halt Stadion. Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
It's 1:20 in the morning and I'm heading up to the bus area. I'm very early for the bus, but I was getting tired of seeing the scenery in that airport. I've been sitting there for over 5 hours. There's around about 12, maybe 13 homeless people who sleep there at night, and security don't seem to care. I can't see that happening in a British airport, but here at Frankfurt it seems to be okay. They don't cause any problem, it's just that they have all their possessions with them, and that's where they sleep for the night. Anyway guys, we are catching Flibco to Frankfurt Hahn Airport. Now, Frankfurt Hahn is 78 miles or 126 kilometers from Frankfurt, so I take Frankfurt with a pinch of salt. That'll be about a 2-hour ride, and I hope to get a little bit of sleep on board. So I'll see you when we arrive at Hahn Airport. Well, that was a very busy bus, almost completely full. Right, we're going to go inside. I'm going to change my shirt and something else just to freshen myself up a bit. Then we'll get through security, airside, and maybe find some coffee to bring me up to cruising altitude. Okay, see you when we're airside. I'm feeling a little fresher, but I still need some coffee. I was trying to get through security and I was told to go away and come back later because my flight doesn't leave for about 5 hours and they will only take me about 2 hours before departure. Whatever. So I thought, let's get a coffee at McDonald's. McDonald's don't open until 12 noon due to staff shortages, but there is another coffee shop which hasn't opened yet, but there are cakes and there is a lady dusting the place, so I'm hoping that place is going to open shortly. Wow, I could do with a coffee. "7:40 a.m. Let's see if we can get through the security check this time. Well, after a delay of 1 hour and 30 minutes, we are on our way over to the aircraft. No reason given for the delay, absolute carnage in there. In fact, even the destination boards weren't working, and no one knew anything. Finally, we're going. And we made it to Dublin Airport, albeit a little later than expected. Official delay time, 1 hour 45 minutes. Official reason, a lack of staff at Hahn Airport. Fair enough. The good news, I checked in at the very last moment and I got seat 10 Bravo, which is a middle seat. And when you do this on Ryanair, they will say, you are going to get the middle seat unless you pay us money. So I called their bluff and I got the middle seat. But the thing is, the window seat next to me was free. I tell you, Ryanair are a bunch of pirates. Anyway, I was able to get some good shots along the way. I also thought I'd try a little experiment, and that is to go through as a transfer passenger. I've got plenty of time anyway, and I thought, well, that would be interesting in future because it saves having to leave the airport and then go through security again, which is a major pain here at Dublin. In theory, yes, but I got as far as the barricade and the guy said, because you can only do it with 6 hours or less. And I've got 7.5 here at Dublin Airport, which in itself is an improvement because originally I was looking at maybe doing 9 hours. I wasn't actually planning on catching a bus into Dublin, having lunch and coming back, but I'm on a really tight budget on this trip and that was going to cost about 25 euros. Then I thought, why don't I try one of the lounges? Now there's a lounge called The Lounge. I think they were up all night thinking of that name. It's about 25 euros or 23 euros, but you only get it for 2 hours. And it doesn't get a very good write-up at all. In fact, it's quite dismal. So, I'm going to go through security again. Most of the better eating places seem to be airside, and then I'll settle down for the next quite a few hours. I'll see you when we're airside. Now that I've had my fill of international cuisine from Burger King, I remember where I put that negative review for the lounge. This guy cuts to the chase. The lounge in Dublin Airport is a disappointing and small lounge with obstructed runway views. The food and drinks selection is pretty sad, but wait, there's more. This lounge provides the very minimum of what can be expected at an airport lounge in Europe. Overall, I find the selection and quality of food at Dublin Airport disappointing. Okay, while I was down in security and a guy was checking my luggage, a woman came up and said she was a subscriber, which made my day. which is a nice way of getting onto the subject of subscribing. Now here's a YouTube factoid for you. Did you know that somewhere between 90 and 95% of my views are from non-subscribers? And that really hurts my feelings. And I wouldn't want you to miss out on any of this future nonsense. So please ask you to subscribe. You'd make me very happy. Right, I'm going to waste time. I have got 5 hours to waste here at Dublin Airport. I'm sure I'll find something, and I'll see you on the way back to Glasgow. Well guys, we made it to Glasgow. The flight was 35 minutes late out of Dublin. The excuse was due to the late arrival of the inbound aircraft. As to what caused that flight to be delayed, who knows. It wasn't all bad though, because 8 hours before departure I did check in. I got the dreaded middle seat. I was warned through the Ryanair app, you will be given a middle seat, so give us money, otherwise you will get this middle seat. So again, I called their bluff. I got the middle seat, and again, the window seat next to me was free. I'm telling you, they're pirates, they really are. And I was also doing a calculation. It was 29 hours ago when I stood outside Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof saying how much I thought this was a good idea. And it was 39 hours ago when I got out of my bed. So as you can imagine, I'm probably pretty tired. I'm surprisingly alright, but I think once I get home I'm just going to go straight to bed. Anyway guys, thanks very much for coming along on this crazy adventure. You never know what you're going to get on these sort of videos, do you? I do appreciate your company, and I'll see you next time.